Once upon a time, two brothers who lived on adjoining farms fell into conflict. It was the first serious rift in 40 years of farming side by side, sharing machinery and trading labor and goods as needed without a hitch. Then the long collaboration fell apart. It began with a small misunderstanding and grew into a major difference. And finally, it exploded into an exchange of bitter words, followed by weeks of silence. One morning, there was a knock on John's door. He opened it to find a man with a carpenter's toolbox.
I'm looking for a few days' work. Perhaps you would have a few jobs here and there.
I do have a job for you. Look across the creek at that farm. That's my neighbour. In fact, it's my younger brother. Last week there was a meadow between us and he took his bulldozer to the river levee. And now there's a creek between us. Well, he may have done this to spite me, but I'll go him one better. I want you to build me a fence, an 8-foot fence, so I won't need to see his place anymore.
I think I understand the situation.
The carpenter worked hard all that day, measuring, sawing, and nailing. About sunset, when the farmer returned, the carpenter had just finished his job. The farmer's eyes opened wide. His jaw dropped. There was no fence there at all. It was a bridge stretching from one side of the creek to the other. A fine piece of work, handrails and all. And the neighbor, his younger brother, was coming across, his hand outstretched.
You are quite a fellow to build this bridge after all I've said and done.
The two brothers stood at each end of the bridge, and then they met in the middle, taking each other's hand. They turned to see the carpenter hoist his toolbox on his shoulder.
No, wait, stay a few days. I've a lot of other projects for you.
I'd love to stay, but I have many more bridges to build.
Every day we have the choice of building fences or bridges. One leads to isolation and the other to openness.